A lot of big guys in the wrestling world said Luke Harper just simply wasn't coming back, but today we are going to talk about his long-term future with WWE and why he is not going to be going to AEW anytime soon. Guys, with that being said, make sure you sit back, relax, and enjoy this video, and let's just jump right into it. Do you guys want to see Luke Harper leave WWE? Well, just let us know in the poll in the top right corner of this video. Go ahead and click yes or no, and let us know your additional opinions in the comment section down below. Alright guys, it's your boy Ango. Welcome back to the channel, at Tango with Ango on Twitter. And yes, we're talking about Luke Harper because a few of the more top names in wrestling journalism decided to say, no, Luke Harper is not coming back. He's done. He's sitting out for the rest of his contract. He's gone. Not happening. He's not staying in WWE. He's going to go to AEW. He's going to go to Impact. He's going to go to MLW. Whatever it may be, guys, Luke Harper is in WWE, and he did return yesterday at Clash of Champions, which is really interesting considering that he wasn't going to be on WWE television for the remainder of his contract. Now, I actually want to talk about this for a lot of reasons, because I'm not saying those wrestling journalists are wrong, because in all honesty, WWE does like to make changes on the fly. They do like to swerve people, but clearly this storyline, it was really, for a lot of people who don't understand why WWE had Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan at the pay-per-view, the reason why is because Luke Harper was the attacker all along. Now, notice I said Luke Harper and not Harper because, well, Harper is not his name anymore. They did another name change. Instead of Harper and Rowan, it's Eric Rowan, Luke Harper. And yes, they are back as a tag team. So why did Luke Harper get revealed as the attacker? Was that the plan all along? Where is he going to go after his contract? What's the situation? Well, of course, it's kind of early to tell, but the plan seems for WWE to have Luke Harper as a big part of the tag team division with Eric Rowan, and it sounds like WWE could be doing something very interesting by pairing Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan together, only for Daniel Bryan to eventually turn on Roman Reigns and lead Harper and Rowan. Now, a faction between those three guys will be absolutely incredible, and very similar to what you guys are seeing with the Revival and Randy Orton. This could kind of potentially be the same thing, but long term, the same ideology, the same philosophy. But Harper was rumored to leave WWE. In fact, if you guys don't remember or don't recall, there were even reports at one point in time that Harper was getting 6 months added to his contract, just so WWE could have him not go to any competition. Now, it sounds like whatever differences WWE and Harper had, well, they've got them fixed. Harper plans to be with WWE long term. And whether that's actually true or not will really be interesting. But at this point, it sounds like contractually, we will not see Luke Harper by AEW's first year of TNT. That could be false. That could be true. We don't obviously know the specifics, but according to the rumors that are out there, it sounds like WWE has him a lot longer than originally reported. Now, with that being said, WWE had done something very interesting with Sasha Banks and now Luke Harper. Whether Luke Harper had some actual issues with WWE, only Luke Harper will know, not anybody else. Just like the whole thing with Sasha Banks needing a break and then obviously Dirt Sheets getting it wrong. It sounds like WWE has done a really good job of making it clear that people shouldn't expect Luke Harper back on TV, because obviously then when it happens, it's a big deal. Very similar to Sasha Banks returning as a heel. So I give props to WWE because whether Luke Harper was designed to stay with WWE long term or not, they made people really think that he was not coming back. And obviously Dirt Sheets and media had a lot to do with that. But he is not going to be in any other promotion anytime soon. So Luke Harper is not going to AEW. He's not going to be leaving WWE. And honestly, if it is in fact true that him, Rowan, and Daniel Bryan will get a huge push going into next summer, well, that could be something very, very special, especially when you look at how things have played out recently in pro wrestling. I want to know what you guys think. Most importantly, this is some very, very interesting stuff going on with Luke Harper, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys see him as somebody that could work pretty well for AEW? I personally think Luke Harper and Rowan, it's like an Oreo cookie, you know? You need the full cookie. You don't want just half the cookie. You want the full cookie, right? Yeah, that's right. Fat Boy making some funny ass, stupid ass food jokes. But in all seriousness, just keep in mind that Luke Harper and Rowan complement each other, and you really can't have Harper go by himself to AEW. That's my opinion. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but that's okay. You guys could disagree if you guys want. That's what I want to know. Most importantly, just keep this in mind as well. WWE is doing the draft. We talked about this in the previous video. And I've heard some funny conversations about this, whether Bray Wyatt should get drafted and whether Luke Harper and Rowan are going to switch to Raw. I don't think these guys are leaving SmackDown. I think from what's been advertised, Roman Reigns being a big part of SmackDown, I would really, really hate for WWE to kill the storyline here. I wanted to make that very clear in this video because I think there's a lot of potential for Eric Rowan. I think there's a lot of potential for Luke Harper, especially being paired with Daniel Bryan as what's being reported. So having Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan and obviously Harper and Rowan being moved to Raw, like if that were to happen during the draft, I think it would be a really bad move. I think this could be a top storyline for SmackDown. I think it's very clear that these guys will do a lot of big things on Fox, and this is the storyline that I think Fox is going to be really happy with. I think this is a dynamic of 6 guys. Realistically, it's did I say 6 guys? 4 guys. Roman, Bryan, Harper, Rowan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 4 guys. Obviously, having these 4 guys on Fox will be interesting. And then I think long term too, if you add the Usos into play, right? Having the Usos help out Roman Reigns, we get the Samoan Dynasty thing, and we get that against the Environmentalists. I don't know if that's the name that they go by or whatever, but it's going to be really interesting to see what Luke Harper's character transitions to, because I think he's done a really, really good job character-wise. And I don't blame Harper and Rowan for the Bludgeon Bros not really being a good tag team. I think WWE has had a lot of failures when it comes to tag team division, but I think Fox wants this to be one of the top storylines. And I think if you look into like WrestleMania, for example, perhaps having Roman Reigns and the Usos versus, Daniel Bryan, Luke Harper, and Rowan, that'd be a really sick 6-man tag match. And it's cool because that means Roman Reigns doesn't have to be competing for the World Championship belt. And I think that also means after this feud, perhaps Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns could actually feud for a world title. Let Bray Wyatt do his thing on Raw. Keep him separated from the new Wyatt family, I guess we could call them. That's the one thing that has to change. WWE cannot have The Fiend on this program. I think they need to save that for long term, because there are plans for Luke Harper and Rowan to be a big part of WWE going forward. Obviously, with Daniel Bryan, I think it would be I think it would be very unique for WWE. Very, very unique. If WWE can have a situation where, let's just say perhaps they, have The Fiend take out Wyatt Family 2.0. I don't know. Like the Wyatt family, I want to always call them the Wyatt family because that's how I remember them. But I can imagine a situation with WWE where they do that. Like where WWE honestly does something special with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. Him coming back to attack his guys. I don't know. Maybe, who knows long term, guys. But there is so much that you could do with Rowan and Harper back. I just don't see AEW or any other company signing them. And again, it's like an Oreo thing. Like you definitely want them paired together. So ultimately, Luke Harper is in WWE, regardless if the 6 months thing is true or not. He is still with WWE. He's not going to be leaving WWE. He's going to be prominently used in WWE. I'm excited. I think he's going to be a great star for WWE. And I want WWE to do something very interesting here. Although they are a tag team and they very well could become tag team champions, I do want to see Harper and Rowan get some singles opportunities while still being a tag team. It's something that we don't see too often in WWE, but I do want to make that clear in this video. Maybe Harper is somebody that could kind of hold 2 belts, whether it's the IC belt, US Championship. I do want to see him with another belt. The tag team belts are cool, but tag team wrestling isn't that great for his career. Obviously, he held the IC title belt before, maybe a world championship run. Who knows? Obviously, if Daniel Bryan were to beat Roman Reigns one day for a world championship, and then Harper turns on Daniel Bryan, becomes a singles guy, like literally you have to look into this long term, because WWE is looking at this long term. And it's been reported that they've been thinking about this for a long time. So very interesting stuff, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. It's your boy Ango on Twitter at Tango with Ango. And hey, don't forget, guys, if you want more PW news, destinationpw.com. We are looking for some writers, podcasters, a whole bunch of people. If you guys are looking at joining the team, there is a paid position. So just let us know in the comment section down below.